Because angles are written in this standard position, and you can rotate all the way around a circle as many times as you want, that creates what are called coterminal angles. And I'm just going to go ahead and draw an example. Actually, that was not what I want to draw. So I'm just going to draw here an example of what coterminal angles look like. So the angle, say this angle right here, created by the positive x-axis and that array, okay, this angle, it has its terminal side right here. But note that I could have actually traveled all the way around and then come to that spot. And that angle is, well, it's a whole 360 degrees more, or 2 pi radians more than that first measure. And I could have also gone the opposite direction. I could have traveled instead counterclockwise and ended up there. Okay? And you can see there's multiple ways to get to that same terminal side. So when angles have the same terminal side when written in standard position, then we say that those angles are coterminal, same terminal side. So a really easy way to find angles that are coterminal, or to determine whether two given angles are coterminal, we just need to get two angles that differ by either 2 pi radians or 360 degrees. So here, for example, find two angles which are coterminal with negative 7 pi over 6. So all I would need to do then is I can take negative 7 pi over 6, because there's no unit stated, it's radians, and I can subtract 2 pi. Remember that 2 pi radians is a full revolution of the circle. And if I subtract 2 pi, I'm going to end up in the same spot. Okay, I'm going to do a quick sketch here so we can see that. Negative 7 pi over 6 is an angle that looks kind of like this, and it's from here, it's a negative, so it goes around like that. Okay, that's the angle negative 7 pi over 6. And by subtracting 2 pi, I'm just continuing. Okay, and I'm going another full revolution, and so that's the angle, but it ends up in the same spot. And then, of course, I can simplify this. Now, 2 pi is 12 pi over 6, and so negative 7 pi minus 12 pi over 6 is negative 19 pi over 6. Now, that was one thing. I could have also added a 2 pi if I wanted. So if I take a negative 7 pi over 6 and I add 2 pi, well, that's negative 7 pi plus 12 pi all over 6, which is 5 pi over 6. And that is, well, I went from this angle, but I then traveled counterclockwise, going a positive 2 pi. And so that angle is just that right there, 5 pi over 6. And so these are two angles that are coterminal with negative 7 pi over 6. And of course, there are an infinite number of angles that are coterminal with that. If you can just keep adding 2 pi as many times as you want, or subtracting 2 pi as many times as you want.